Hello, everybody. It's Joshua with Bruce Wellness and Aesthetics, and we have a little bit of a special guest today. We're here with one of our Alma reps, Megan,
Hi,
um,
everybody.
and we wanted to do a little bit of interview here. And so, the first question I have for you is, can you tell us a little bit about what separates Alma from the rest of these aesthetic companies?
Yeah, absolutely. So, look, with Alma, we have a lot of things that do differentiate us from the rest. But where we really stand out is like, look, we've been an aesthetics and wellness company for over 25 years now, and every single year we are getting the feedback of patients and getting the feedback of providers to figure out essentially what we need to bring to market next. We do a ton of research and development, and have about, I would say, at least 5 to 10 years of studies overseas on the majority of our technologies before we even bring them to market in the United States. And from a patient perspective, our biggest goals as a company are to create the most innovative treatments that are not only going to be the most efficient for patients, but also the most efficacious and have no limitations in most cases when it comes to skin type, when it comes to different body sizes and all types of people. Especially with our Harmony, our new Harmony that we just launched. Like, this is a product that we've had that we've just continued to optimize over the past 20 years, that literally defines diversity in aesthetics, because you can treat virtually any patient at any age with most of the major concerns when it
Mhm.
comes to their skin. Um, so that's just a couple things. I mean, another big thing too, and Josh can tell you about that. Like, he's come to a couple of our continuing
Mhm.
education conferences. So always staying up to date and in the know with what's out there, as a company, but really putting a lot into the providers that we work with so that they are able to utilize all of our different technologies and products and services in a way that's going to optimize patient care in their business.
Yeah, absolutely. I know when we went to the Charlotte Business of Beauty, we went with the intention of not buying anything, and the Harmony was one of those things where it's honestly too good to pass up. The ability to treat the skin type 1 to 6 and do all of the treatments that we want to do is absolutely unbeatable. And so,
Yeah.
going from there, what device is your personal favorite? Being a rep for Alma, you
Oh,
have to have one.
oh my gosh, that is such a tough one. Because look, they're all, I love all of our devices, to be honest with you. There are a couple that stand out above the others, I would say. For me personally, I love the Harmony. I love the Clear Lift. It's such a quick, easy treatment. Um, it's literally like the little lunchtime facelift. You come in, you have that little glow. It's super comfortable. It's pain free, and for me, I love that when it comes to skin. Hair, look, nothing beats our laser hair removal, the Soprano. I'm a big fan of that. But what's really innovative that you can actually get here, aside from the Clear Lift at Bruce Wellness and Aesthetics, is the Alma TED. And for me, again, love that treatment for a couple of reasons. Number one, because it's pain free.
Mhm.
And number two, it's a way for me to preventatively care for my hair and to prevent it from falling out and to prevent it from ever getting thin to the point where I'm not needing to go get extensions or do any of all those different things. But
Yeah.
because hair loss is a problem that affects so many people, especially women, and there's not a lot of great solutions. So I would say TED is by far one of my favorites, along with the Harmony. And then our Alma IQ, which it's it's definitely the most eye-opening thing
Yes.
that we have. But if you come out here, they'll actually, one of the things that Josh can actually take you through
Mhm.
is do a diagnostic skin analysis, which for me, the amount of sun damage that I
Oh my
saw,
God, yeah. Yeah.
um, that just hasn't surfaced to the skin yet, was just really like, wow, like, I need to be better and I need to take advantage of more of these treatments. And it also kind of showed me the roadmap and a comprehensive plan to have better skin, utilizing a variety of different things, whether it be laser, whether it be skincare, whether it be red light. So I would say those are definitely some of my favorites, but we have plenty more.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, oh, accent prime too, because your girl doesn't have time to work out all the time. That's been really great going
Yeah,
into springtime and summertime as well. Makes it look
absolutely.
like I have
Yeah.
abs, even when I really only pretend that I do. So yeah.
Stop that. Stop that. Okay, so you just named about 72 different treatments. Narrowing that down for someone new to the aesthetics industry in that world, what treatment option do you think is the best for, say, like a face? If someone wanted to rejuvenate their skin a little bit and they're just getting in, what would you say the best treatment option is for them?
Yes. So it depends on if you want to rejuvenate your face for like sun damage, like reds, browns,
Mhm.
and vascularity, or if you want to do a little bit of tightening with like tone and texture, and maybe you have like some wrinkles starting to form, but you don't really want to get Botox. So, depending on which category you fit into, I would say if it's going to be something where we're doing if you want something that's going to address a little bit of both of those
Mhm.
things, I would say by far doing a clear lift treatment combined with the iris IVL, which is our
Yes.
IPL that we have, that is going to be a great, nice, easy regimen where a couple treatments of that will address all of those things. But if pigmentation isn't really the biggest concern and it's more of like, oh, I have a decent degree of like loose, lax skin, maybe my jawline or like just around the eyes or those like really tricky places that Botox won't
Yeah.
necessarily reach, then I would highly recommend getting an Opus treatment done.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be that wow factor when it comes to skin
Mhm.
resurfacing, like even after that first treatment, where like the clear lift and IVL, you're still going to get a great result, but it's going to be a couple more treatments and it's going to be a little bit gentler of a protocol.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a Opus treatment for my forehead wrinkles because they were pretty
Yeah.
moderate. I got one and I was like, holy cow,
Yeah, looks
they're
great.
like
Doesn't look like you have too
infinitely
many
better. Yeah,
wrinkles.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm very expressive and that's my own issue. And so we talked a lot about beauty. We talked a lot about these treatments. When you're not talking about aesthetics and beauty, what do you like to do outside of that? What, like, tell us who you are a little bit.
Wow. Well, this is pretty much my entire life. So, um, no, yeah, I mean, so Dr. Bruce knows this. I don't know if you know this, but one of the things that I'm really passionate about. I mean, I love doing this sort of stuff. Like, I love doing social media, like some graphic
Yeah.
design stuff, but I'm also really passionate about singing. I used to go
No
around
way.
and perform and do all those things. I
Okay.
don't perform as much anymore,
Okay.
but I have done some carpool karaoke with Dr. Bruce and Tina, and that was a
Really?
lot of fun.
And we
Yep.
don't have this on film.
No, we don't.
Dang. Okay.
Maybe at dinner tonight. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's been one of my biggest passions. And um, honestly, as cliche as it sounds, I'm also pretty passionate about helping people, like
Mhm.
doing some volunteer work if I have time to, and nature, just like getting outside, going
Mhm.
on a hike, going boating, doing fun things, good times,
Yeah.
good people, um, and exercising. Definitely not as passionate about it as Dr. Bruce is,
Yes.
but I did and try to go now as much as I can. Used to be an avid CrossFitter. So I would go to CrossFit
Interesting.
like, yeah, that's
Okay.
why I'm so ripped. So I would go to
Obviously.
CrossFit like twice a week previously. So I mean, other than that, there's really not too much to know about me.
All right.
I mean, since I got into this industry, it's really helped me to fuel my passion even further than it already has been for aesthetics
Yeah.
and wellness. And it kind of gets to it kind of marries together all the things that I mean, not singing, well, sometimes,
Sometimes.
but it kind of blends together all the things I love in between, like just having those unique experiences, being able to help people, and being
Mm.
able to grow with with businesses like yours, and
Yeah.
just help y'all find success in a field that I'm super passionate about as well. Because I'm also a firm believer in like your mental health and your physical health are
Mm.
so intertwined,
Yeah.
and 9 times out of 10, what's not really necessarily feeling great, like um, from a body perspective, has something to do with what's going on up here in your
Absolutely.
mind.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, and for me personally, I actually have had my own particular struggles with weight.
Yeah.
Um, and I had an eating disorder back in the day. And so for me, that was like a big part of like, wow, I can do something like this and make a massive impact in a way that isn't going to be um, in a way that's going to be more of like a mutually beneficial thing as I'm working with these practices, and also really speak to something that I went through, that I know
Yeah.
that like if there's a million other people who have been in my shoes before, and
Hmm.
how much of a massive difference aesthetics actually does make.
Yeah, absolutely. As a ballet dancer, I can
Totally
also
agree with that.
understand and
Yep.
agree with that eating disorder thing. Um, I know I've gone through the gauntlet of wanting to do
It was
accent
it
prime and
started when I was in ballet. So
yep,
I
listen,
I did ballet until
it'll
about
get
high
you.
school. Yeah.
It'll get you.
It's not easy being in a leotard and tights
No, in a mirror, staring in a mirror
every
all the time. Yeah,
every day. Yep.
not ideal for the brain. But I want to thank you for coming on and chatting for
Mhm.
a little bit. It was
Mhm.
lovely, and I'm glad we got to learn a bit about you and some of these machines.
Mhm.
So if you're interested in any of the things that we talked about, you can comment, you can DM us, or you can call us at Bruce Wellness and Aesthetics. And thank you guys for listening. Thank you
Yeah.
again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and
Yeah.
thanks y'all.